Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Dream Trip Oz. This one's going to be a killer. It might even end up being a two-parter, right? It is Christmas 2024. It's the 19th today. It's Thursday the 19th. Tomorrow is Friday the 20th. And we are hitting the road for our big trip across to South Oz. We got 2 whole weeks. The first week we are spending on the Yorke Peninsula, a little spot called Flaherty Beach, just outside of Point Turton. Absolutely spectacular. We spent some time there on our first lap around Oz, and we can't wait to get back. If you haven't seen it, jump on our channel, check it out. It's the first episode, the first YouTube video I ever made actually, so get on it, have a look. It's not great, I'll warn you, but if you get the chance, check it out. Anyway, second week of our trip, we are heading all the way around, quite a mission, to a gorgeous little spot called Coffin Bay. We got friends, Matt and Nicole, there who bought up a property many years ago. We're going to go and park up our vans on their block and generally live it up. Plenty to see and do in both spots. South Australia is nice and close. It's accessible, particularly for us Victorians, and it's stunning. The beaches are beautiful. There's beach driving, there's sand dunes, there's national parks. There's heaps to do and see. So make sure you give us a like, give us a subscribe, jump on board, buckle in, stay tuned because this episode is gonna be epic. How's that? We just crossed the border into South Oz. We've been driving, what is it, about 3 o'clock. We've been driving now for, well, 4 hours, I guess. And we're just coming into, I think we're not far off now, Bordertown in the South Australian border. So the clock will change shortly. We'll get ourselves a half an hour back, which means we'll be rolling into Tailem Bend around dinner time. But here's the thing, we are running early. I did get out of my last meeting nice and early. We are ahead of schedule. And we are toying with the idea of pushing straight through to Flaherty Beach in Point Turton on the Yorke Peninsula tonight. It'll end up being late, 9:30. Anyway, we'll see. We might get to Tailem Bend, get out, stretch our legs and decide not to get back in. Hot tip, if you're stopping anywhere, once you get into South Oz for a stretch of the legs or a tinkle or what have you, pull into Bordertown. Just as you come into Bordertown, on the left hand side you do a hard left and come back around, and there's a little wildlife sanctuary just on the side of the road with, get this, white kangaroos. There's some peacocks I see over there too. Check this out, I've never seen anything like this. Have a look. How cool is that? Geez, they're so white. They are sparkling white. It's not like they're not albino or anything. They've just got white fur. Pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to stop here. We're going to stretch our legs. We're going to jump back on the road. We're still, I think, probably a couple of hours from Tailem Bend. So on we push. Well, there it is, people. Adelaide. Hey, what are we? It's 6:30 our time. So what did we do? We left at like 10:30 this morning. So 8 hours of driving, and we have hit Adelaide. We've just come through the Adelaide Hills. I tell you what, if you haven't serviced your brakes, make sure you do it before you hit the Adelaide Hills. Hey, they're pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly. Last year we had a nasty adventure, blowing smoke and having all kinds of car troubles. And I tell you what, it's a bit triggering, but we made it through completely unscathed. It was pretty easy actually. The old girl, she did a great job of getting us through the Adelaide Hills without a problem. So we're going to push through and see how far we get. If we don't make it all the way to Flaherty Beach tonight, not too concerned. There's plenty of little roadside stops and stuff like that. Just have a look on Wiki Camps as you're going, and you'll find somewhere to pull over, have a kip. But I don't know, what have we got? 3 hours left. I think we'll make it. I'm feeling saucy. Rock and roll. Oh, good morning, welcome back. All right, we didn't quite make it to Point Turton last night, to Burners Beach. We did pull in to a little free camp spot we found on Wikicamp, so I'll pop it on the screen here now so you can get a feel for where we are. We are about an hour and 20 minutes north of Burners Beach. I'm just filling up the water here from this little free camp. Beautiful little spot, tiny little country town. It's nice, very peaceful night's sleep. Filling up the water. We kept the water tanks empty, or just about empty, for the drive in to just save on weight from our drive from Geelong. So filling them up here. We knew we'd pick up water because we had a look at Wikicamps and saw all the spots on the way. So anyway, we're going to shove off soon. I think maybe coffee first and then on to Burners Beach. Righto, we'll see you there. Hey, we're here, righto. We're just pulling into camp now. If you have a look over here on the left, that's the overflow. So if you're ever here and there's people parked in there, there may not be spots down at the actual campground, but we're here nice and early. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're hoping that we've beaten most of the Adelaideans down here, and we can get a good spot in the actual campground down here on the beach. So fingers crossed.
Oh, look at all the pelicans.
Oh yes, would you look at this spot, hey? Burners Beach. It's just how I remember it. Magic. It's a little bit windy today, but tell you what, when that wind settles down, this is going to be epic. Oh, I tell you what, the water temperature is magnificent. Could be a little bit warmer to my taste, but just magic. It's crystal clear, the water. Let's go have a look. How's this, hey? Not a bad way to spend the first day at Point Turton on the Yorke Peninsula. Cracker, check this out for a sunset. What a spot. We'll be back here, watch the sun go down, grab some chairs and a couple of drinks. guys, welcome back. It's day 2 of our Point Turton camping adventure, hey? I'm out here now on Berners Beach this morning, and it's stunning. It's so peaceful. We've had a beautiful night's sleep. Geez, it got cold though. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was chilly overnight, despite the weather being spectacular during the day. Look at this, eh? What a spot. Check out this beach. Just beautiful. Anyway, today the adventure starts. There's so much to see in the national parks around here. So many different beaches and places and wildlife and adventure to have. I'll figure out what we're doing today. I'll pop a map up on the screen here at some point, and you can see what there is to see and do in such a small area, eh? The Yorke Peninsula. Stay tuned. Righto, we're finally hitting the track. I thought I'll just update you quickly. We are camping at a little spot called Berners Beach. Now, on the Yorke Peninsula, last time we were here, you would pay for a pass, and it's about $100 for 7 days, or $300 for the month, or something like that. When we were last here, that gave you the right to camp at any of the sort of council run campgrounds in the Yorke Peninsula. There were some that were, you know, not included in that and things of the sort, but this time around, you actually have to nominate the campground that you're going to stay at. They're not allocated sites, but you do nominate a campground. So this time we're at Berners Beach. We got here nice and early. It is getting busy, so I would recommend doing what you can to get here early, nab yourself a good spot. Anyway, there seems to be plenty of room. There's drop toilets here, but that's about it. Down at the campground itself, apparently there's some Optus service, but we got no Telstra service down there. But up here on the hill, we're just up on the hill in the dunes above the campground itself, there's full Telstra service, so you're never too far away from reaching out and touching someone. Anyway, we're going to push south today, down the Yorke Peninsula. There's heaps to check out. Meg's made a list of, I don't know, looks like 24 items or something. And we're just going to push our way around the peninsula, follow the coast and see what there is to see. So come along. We got plenty more time here, so we're in no hurry. We're just going to take our time and spend as much time as we need to at all the stops along the way. There's rock pools, there's lighthouses, epic views. There's a big, there's a beautiful national park campground, all kinds of stuff. We'll show you all of that. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it will happen. Stay tuned. First stop, Corny Point Lighthouse. Rock and roll.
More importantly, favourite child in the back. Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's that? Check it out, Corny Point Lighthouse. How good is this little beach? Just, I guess, just north of the lighthouse, or to the right of the car park when you parked. Beautiful. Some excellent rock hopping, some little rock pools and stuff too. This would make some great snorkeling. If we get time, we'll be back here with the snorkels, I reckon. Ah, magic. Ah, how was that, hey? The first of many lighthouses, I'm sure. Anyway, we're off now. Next stop is called Horseshoe Bay. We're driving in convoy today, if you didn't already realise. We've got my cousin Ty, Tegan and the kids, and our mates Heather and Jason, they're 2 kids too. It's nice driving in convoy, hey? You get to have a chat, it keeps things interesting, and it gives the kids someone to play with too. So, anyway, off we go. Horseshoe Bay, here we come. It's about 15 minutes away. Like I said, there's heaps to see on the Yorke Peninsula. Nothing's very far. It's all short little drives to get to places. So jam-packed, full of adventure. The other thing to remember too is if you get to one spot and it's way too windy and it's too choppy, just move around to the next beach. There's a good chance that the wind will be coming from a different direction and you'll have a nice time. So anyway, off we go. All right, it says four-wheel drive only. We'll keep going in two-wheel and see how we go. Hey, we'll engage down the road if we need to. Oh, how's this? That wasn't too bad, that track in. Hey, you could do it easily. We didn't have to engage four-wheel drive. A little bit of high clearance maybe, but yeah, not too bad. Anyway, we're at Horseshoe Bay. I think we're going to have some lunch. I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't, but over there in the distance. Oh, really? Bam, way over there. Way over there. Teeny tiny little lighthouse. That's Corny Point Lighthouse. That's where we just were. So you can tell we're not moving very far. Someone decided to take the bonus line, got themselves a wee bit stuck, you know? Heather and Jace are in the soft stuff. What happened, mate?
Oh, I just took the shortcut, test the winch out, whatever, bruv.
You've done a good job.
Do you come here often?
Righto. We're not going. We went down to 15 PSI. I don't know. We could try going down even lower again, but we got a winch. May as well use it.
Thanks, G. Well done.
Thanks for watching, guys. That was a tutorial getting warmed up for Fraser Island and what don't take the shortcuts.
Righto, we just pulled over waiting for Heather and Jace to air up. That was a bit of fun, hey? They got to use their brand new winch. I knew that's why he did it. He just wanted to get stuck so he could try out the winch and the new bull bar. Pretty nice rig he's got there, that 200. Anyway, we're gonna push on now. We're gonna shoot past a couple of other attractions. I know we said we were gonna go counterclockwise around the peninsula, but we're keen as today to get to a little spot, a gorgeous little spot that we went last time called Shell Beach. Just you wait till you see it. It is epic. Anyway, we've got to get there at low tide is the key, or close to anyway, for the best possible Rockpool experience. So stay tuned, rock and roll. We'll see you at Shell Beach. It's about an hour from here.
Yep.
About an hour drive from here. So we'll see you when we get there. Rock and roll. Wow, we just had an encounter of a wildlife kind, an emu crossing the road in front of us, had to slam on the anchors. Hey, keep your eyes peeled. We are now in the Inneston National Park. I think, darling, you might have to remind me, there's a day pass that you need. Is that true?
Yeah, $12.50 a day, or you can buy a 2-month pass, which does, like we got that for $52, which $52. Does Coffin Bay, Port Lincoln as well, and a whole bunch of others.
There you go. So $52, you get a National Parks pass, and it gets you into Coffin Bay and Port Lincoln as well?
Yep.
Port Lincoln as well, $52. Otherwise, if you're just coming for the day, if you're tripping in from Adelaide and you're coming down into Inneston National Park, $12.50 a day for a park pass, vehicle pass. Cool, so a couple of 100 metres into the park and there's a visitor information centre. I think it's Sunday today, so we'll see how we go. I dare say it's going to be open being school holidays. I'm sure we could buy a pass here if we needed to, but of course if you don't, you can just skip past this and keep driving straight in. Anyway, we'll find ourselves a park. We'll go in and check it out, hey? It's pretty nice. How we go, darling?
Good.
Good score?
They printed off our parks pass that we bought online.
Oh, beautiful.
Which I'd kind of done, mine is tiny. And I got it sorted, so we got the national park. Yep. The boot. And the Eyre for the next leg of the trip.
Ah, fantastic, fantastic. Hey, we say this all the time, right? If you're in, if you ever get an opportunity to stop at an information centre, you should do it. The local knowledge is invaluable. It can save you a lot of time. It can save you, in particular, a lot of time wasted driving somewhere that probably isn't worth going.
I think the best bit is she told us that come Boxing Day, which is not far off, this place is going to be wild, full of people. So we want to go and see all the best bits now before there's too many people.
Absolutely. I think Shell Beach, because Shell Beach gets a lot of hype. It's all over Instagram and stuff like that, particularly this Rockpool that we're about to go to. And you'll see why it is definitely worth adding to your list. Anyway, we're going to hightail it, push around to Shell Beach. There's heaps of other stuff to see. But if we get to Shell Beach today and do that, hopefully it'll be nice and quiet. We can get those Instagram shots.
There's a sneak peek.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's the Rockpool.
Righto, let's roll. Haha, we're here. Alright, that wasn't too bad. That was a pretty quick drive from the information centre. Not bad at all. A little bit of the end of the road was a gravel road. We're here, we're parked up. There's toilets. There is a campground out here too, which you can book on the National Parks website. You can book online. We're going to make the quick walk down to the beach. I think once we get down there, we turn north. So right, once we hit the beach, and that'll take us up to the secret rock pool. Alright, not so secret though. Pretty popular. There's a lot of people here. So let's make the most of it while the sun's still shining, hey? We'll see you down on the beach. Rock and roll. Right, once you get to the north end of the beach, there is a bit of rock scrambling, rock hopping. Does get a little bit treacherous, so I recommend bringing your thongs because they do get a bit sharp too. Just wait till we get there, hey? What a mission, hey? That was full on, but worth it. The weather's turned a bit. We had a little bit of rain. The swell came up real quick, which made it slippery to get back out, but damn, that was so much fun. That was heaps of fun. Put it on your list. Hey, it's not a big walk, just walk to the north end of the beach. I don't know, a few hundred metres. Scramble over the rocks. Once you get to the first headland, head out left, straight onto the rocks. It's kind of hidden. It is kind of hidden. We almost walked past it. But I'll tell you what, that was a lot of fun. Right, I'm not entirely sure, but I think this one's called Pondalowie Bay. And it looks like there's a bit of a walk out to a headland. Looks like it might be a good lookout. We'll show you the view when we get out there. But it's windy. It's actually starting to get cold too. So there's some ominous grey clouds on the horizon. So we might make it a quick one and then shoot back to camp for some dinner, I reckon. Anyway, I can see waves crashing and stuff in the distance. It looks pretty epic. Come and have a look. a beautiful little national park, hey? A lot of the roads like this are paved. Sensational. Speed limit's about between 40 and 60 k's, so you move pretty slowly too, which is good because there's lots of wildlife on the road, and it lets you get a chance to look at the scenery too, which is just spectacular. Anyway, we're making one more stop. We're literally just across the bay. We can see where we came from. We're pulling into a little spot called West Cape. There's a lighthouse here, a lookout, and most importantly, toilets. Wow, it's windy up here, but how is the view, hey? 360 degree views. This place is awesome. We can see back to where we were just before. I don't know if you can see over there. Pondalowie Bay or whatever it's called. Just beautiful. Definitely stop here. West Cape we are. West Cape. We're going to go out to the lighthouse. See the lighthouse behind me there? Let's go check it out. Oh, it's windy. Jeez, it's wild up here. What an epic day of exploring, hey? I tell you what, there's so much to see. It's underrated, the Yorke Peninsula. There's heaps, hey? What are we, day 2? Day 3? Call it day 3 of our adventures because we spent a day driving from Geelong. I'm going to call it a close for day 3, and we will see you in the morning for day 4. We've got heaps of action packed tomorrow. We're going to try and get an early start so we can cram heaps into the day. Anyway, safe travels, people. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's been a bit of a slow start to the morning, but it can be hard to get moving when you're in holiday mode. It's 8:30. We're going to head into Point Turton and see if we can find fuel. A few of us need to top up. I think we'd be all right because we've got the long range tank, but some of the others need to fill up. We have done a fair bit of driving. It is a bit of a mission to get down into the Inneston National Park and back each day, so best to fuel up now because there's certainly nothing like that down there. Anyway, we're going to go to Point Turton. We might have a look around. It's a little overcast. It's a little chilly this morning too. And then we're going to make our way back down south, back into the foot or into the toe of the boot that is the Yorke Peninsula. Check out the rest of the Inneston National Park today. So stay tuned. We've got a huge day, hence why we're trying to set off nice and early. We've got heaps and heaps to see. I was flicking through the information book that we got from the info centre yesterday, and there's just so much to see. A week is not going to be enough. I don't think even 2 would be enough to see everything that is on offer in the Yorke Peninsula, but we'll do our best, so stay tuned. Rock and roll. Righto, we just stopped for fuel. We did drive past the petrol station in Point Turton, a little general store thing on the main street there, but it looked to be closed, so we just kept moving. Anyway, we are, what, 5-10 minutes up the road in a little spot called Waruka. I'll chuck a map in here. It's not far from camp at all. And they got a little BP here with a general store too. So we stopped here and filled up. I don't think it was too expensive, maybe just under $2 a litre. So we've seen worse. Just so you know, there are plenty of campgrounds here. We're at the Stenhouse Bay campground right now. There's plenty of great facilities. I think some of them even have showers. They are national parks, so no dogs, pets, that kind of thing. I think no fires, you can't collect firewood, all that sort of stuff. We've just come about 50 kilometres to get back into the national park. So if you're staying here, you would definitely save some of that time, some of that petrol too. So anyway, Stenhouse Bay. Ah, look at this. Next stop, I think it's really only a couple of 100 metres up the road, is Cape Spencer Lookout. It looks pretty nice. It has there's a disabled parking here too. Some really nice tracks laid out. I reckon if you were wheelchair bound, you have good access to this particular one, so put that on your list. Get out here, get amongst it. What a spot, look at this for a view. We're only a couple of k's down the road and we're at our next stop, Cape Spencer Lighthouse. Come and check this out. The views from here are spectacular. You end up with a bit of a rubber neck around here because everywhere you look is just beautiful. There's so much coastline. I guess because we're on a peninsula, hey? But check this out. This is just from the car park. There it is, Cape Spencer Lighthouse, that's where we're going. Not a bad lighthouse at all, hey? The island off there, Allthorpe Island I think it's called, 6 shipwrecks in recent times. I think the most recent in 1982, a shark boat. Incredible, hey? Imagine that, that'd be terrifying stuff out in that ocean. Anyway, we push on. plenty more to see. Geez, we haven't come very far. Anyway, see you back at the car. We'll see you at the next stop. I don't even know what it is anymore. I've lost count, but we'll find out soon enough. Next stop, Inneston Heritage Township. We're going to pull up soon. I think we might have a bite to eat. The kids are getting a bit restless. We'll let them get out, stretch their legs, do kid stuff, have a bite to eat, which always makes everyone happy. And then we'll keep moving. Just right near here, right where we are, there is an inland lake system. I think they're all salt lakes too. Some of them can be quite pretty at the right time of day, right time of year, that kind of thing. Anyway, we're going to find somewhere hopefully nice to have a bit of a picnic, and then we'll take a look around this historic village. See you there. Righto, we're at the trailhead of the Inneston Historic Walk. It's saying here on the sign it's 1 hour, 2 kilometres return. Nice easy one, hey? It looks pretty flat, plenty of shade, although the sun's pretty high. We're going to get cracking, show you all around it. So I thought I saw a car come through here before. It turns out you can actually rent these old cottages. Some of them have been renovated and you can stay. They're between 4 and 10 people. There's a bunch of them, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 different cottages that you can actually stay in. There's little holiday rentals. Not bad, eh? Good spot for it. Anyway, we're going to do the hike. We've got the whole crew. We're going to head up this road, check it out. Come for a walk. So Inneston was a company town built up by the Yorke Peninsula Plaster Company, who built plaster factories and associated buildings, shops and stores here for the 130 odd men and women, early settlers. 36 dwellings all up, and everything was made locally, all out of local sandstone and mortar, and of course the walls were plastered by the plaster made in the factory here. It was actually a gypsum mining community back in 1930, from 1913 to 1930, but the Great Depression caused it to shut down and pack up shop. It would have been a rough place to live back in the day, I tell you what. Not a lot of access to the outside world. In fact, I think all the access here, all the contact to the outside world was via ship. It would have been too hard to get across this terrain otherwise. Impressive history. Gypsum mine, there you go. Well, this could be the last stop in the Inneston National Park for us today. It's called the Pondalowie Boardwalk, via the Pondalowie surf break, and apparently there's a walk down. It's about 1.2 kilometres return, so 600 metres, and there's a boardwalk at the end. It gets you down onto the beach. So we are getting changed into our togs. Hopefully we'll get in for a swim, because it's starting to warm up. I'd say it's high 20s, maybe even low 30s at the moment. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's perfect. The day has just turned absolutely magnificent, hey? I was a bit worried when it was cold and overcast this morning, but oh, how good is that? Oh, just magic, and the weather really turned it on. Mate, I'll tell you what, it doesn't get much better than this. Pondalowie Bay Boardwalk. You can see a bunch of people out here surfing. Looks like a pretty good break. Unbelievable. National Park. That was beautiful, eh? And bring on Marion Bay.
No friends.
No friends. No friends rustle over here. Not a bad spot for a swim, hey? Just around the corner from the Marion Bay Jetty. I don't know if you can see it in the background over there. That's the Marion Bay Jetty where we just were. This is a little cliff walk, little cliff edge overhang. Provides a bit of shelter. It's nice and warm and calm here and shallow for the kids. You got to scamper across some rocks to get here, but it's pretty nice. Anyway, I'm going in. Righto, hey, that swim was beautiful back at Marion Bay. A great way to top off the day, but on our way back to camp, there's a scenic drive. We drove past it yesterday. It takes you past a few different lookouts, so we're going to try and check that out and really cram it in today. The weather's starting to get hot tomorrow and Christmas Day, so we figure we'll get as much done whilst it's still cool, do as much adventuring as we can. We'll see what we can see, we'll show you what we can, and then we're going to head back to camp for a chill out session. Anyway, what is it? It's 4:15, so daylight is running out, clock's ticking. We'll see you at the next lookout. Another glorious day in paradise. The sun is shining. It's already starting to warm up. I think we're going for a top of high 20s today, maybe even low 30s. It's Christmas Eve and everyone's getting quite excited. It's definitely starting to get busy around here as well. We are pushing north, back up the Yorke Peninsula today. First stop is a town called Minlaton. We're just going to have a look around, and I think we're going to make our way to Yorktown and over to the east coast and check out some of the little towns on the east coast too. Before we settle in for Christmas Day tomorrow, which is going to be a stonker. I think we're looking at about 35 degrees, which means we'll be hanging out and doing a whole lot of nothing in the water, but we definitely will be busting out paddle boards and checking out some snorkeling and activities around camp, because it's perfect. This gorgeous little spot is called Edithburgh. We're going to pull up, fire up the cooker, make ourselves some lunch while we're here. Check it out, what a little gem. Righto, so there's roughly 200 saltwater lakes in the area, in this lower Yorke Peninsula area, and we've just stumbled upon one of them. I tell you what, it's epic. Have a look at this. That is massive. I tell you what, I'll see if I can pop the drone up so you get a good view. Wow, we've got a perfect day for it too. Rock and roll.
Can I get a photo of you guys? Okay.
Merry Christmas, friends. Hey, from me and mine to you and yours, I hope you have a wonderful day and an awesome new year, hopefully full of adventures. Hopefully you get out and get to see some of this beautiful country. But I thought I'd just a bit of a public service announcement, I suppose, bit of a hot tip. Here today at Burners Beach, and the wind has picked up. We've got a northeasterly onshore, and it has whipped up a whole bunch of seaweed that's blowing up, washing up on the shore here. And I tell you what, I'm glad you don't have smell-o-vision, because it is offensive. It's unbearable, the smell. It's not too bad once you get out into the water itself, beyond the seaweed, but I tell you what, it's choppy, it's not enjoyable. And the stink, every now and again we get wafts of it back at camp. It's not all doom and gloom, but geez, I tell you what, if this was your first day here, if you were just rolling in and this was your first impression of the place, you'd probably pack up and move on, I reckon. But hot tip, stick it out, because when the wind dies off, this place is just spectacular. Anyway, it's Christmas Day. We're going to do a whole lot of nothing today. We might just hang out at camp. We might, if the wind is completely unbearable, we might go around the coast a bit, back to Flaherty Beach where we stopped yesterday. It's supposed to be a bit more sheltered there. We might get a good swim in, maybe even a paddleboard, but I'm keen to do a whole lot of nothing, hang out at camp. It is picking up, it's quite hot today. It's already in the low 30s, I think, and we're just going to try and stay in the shade, stay cool and relax, listen to some music and hang out with friends, have some good times. So anyway, tomorrow is another day. We got we're the 25th. We got 2 more nights here, tonight and tomorrow night, and then we hit the road and make a big push. We're going to push straight around to Coffin Bay from here, I reckon. It's about a 7.5 hour drive, so we might stop at a couple of spots along the way. I know there's some beautiful splash pads, some other beautiful places to stop that we stopped at on our big lap. We'll be sure to show you everything, so stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Would you believe it? You wouldn't even believe it, eh? I reckon about 15 minutes I've been searching for these bad boys. I've been walking up and down the whole beach, walked all the way back to shore. And look at this. That's it. I'm buying a lotto ticket tomorrow. Victory! I'm buying a lotto ticket. What a spot. Hey, not a bad way to spend Christmas Day. I couldn't think of anything I'd rather be doing. Hanging out, family and friends, on possibly one of the most beautiful beaches we've ever been on. I don't know. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments if you reckon there's a better beach. We've been to, I reckon it's in our top 5. Top 5 now. Flaherty Beach. The wind has died down. The weather is sensational. The sun's got some bite though, I tell you what. The water is so warm. It's like a bath. Magnificent. Did some paddleboarding, generally mucking about. Lost and found my sunnies. What a magic way to finish up Christmas Day. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've still got dinner and the rest of the afternoon to go. If the weather stays down, if the wind stays down like this, we'll get out on the paddleboard back at camp, hey? Magic spot. Check it out. Hey guys, it's Boxing Day, and I tell you what, the good weather has settled in, so we're taking the cue and we're making a move. Geez, the rain's starting to come down now. We're making a move. We're leaving a day early and we're going to push north, find somewhere to chill out for the night, slowly creep our way around to Coffin Bay. Weather's supposed to pick up again in a couple of days, so plenty of adventures to come. Stay tuned. Hey guys, we're a couple of hours up the road now. We're just pulling off into a little town called Moonta, which is a beautiful little coastal town. Last time we were here, I'll chuck some footage in, we stopped in at a splash pad, a free splash pad with water slides and stuff like that, which was awesome. This time we're popping in to take a look at a little historic site. There's a bunch of copper mines in the area. Of course, this is called the Copper Coast for a reason. The discovery of copper here is what brought prosperity to the area, I believe. You can do a self-guided tour, but there are some other tours and things you can book if it's open, if it's not Boxing Day. But of course, it's Boxing Day today. Anyway, have a look at this cool little spot. Not a bad stop for lunch, eh? Go check it out, looks pretty cool. So this particular site, like I said, is one of many different sites you can see. There's a short walk that you can do here around the ruins themselves. Very well preserved, these ruins, just magnificent. This particular spot is called the Hughes Engine House. It's one of the best known landmarks at Moonta Mines. It was especially built to house a 60-inch Cornish beam engine that pumped day and night from 1865 to 1923. It's the longest running beam engine in Australia. It pumped water from 3 different shafts, I assume to keep the shafts free of groundwater for working in the copper mines. So there you go. Interesting bit of history, hey? What's that? 1865 to 1923. So what's that? Almost 60 years, 58 years if my math is correct. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll go and see what Meg's doing. Hopefully putting together some lunch. If she hasn't already, I will definitely be popping on a coffee too. So we'll go and do that and keep moving. We're only a couple of hours away now from Whyalla. We might stop there and check it out. Still don't know where we're going to stay tonight. That's the beauty of having the full-size van, hey? Is that you can just pull up anywhere. Gravel pit, doesn't matter, and you're good to go. We can stay hitched on. We can sleep anywhere we like. And then good chance tomorrow we'll push on to Coffin Bay, if we don't make it there today. Anyway, let's see what Meg's doing. Hey darling, what's for lunch?
Toasties.
Toasties. Excellent. And what are you doing, G?
I'm in the caravan.
Good stuff. Yes, you are. Righto. I'm gonna put a pot of coffee on. Stay tuned. Righto. We've been on the road now for a few hours since we left Moonta Bay. We've just come through Port Augusta, which I don't know, officially is what I'm calling the northwest exit of the Yorke Peninsula. We are actually now on the Eyre Highway. We're pushing through into the Eyre Peninsula. Our destination, of course, is Coffin Bay. But tonight we're stopping over at Whyalla. We're about 70 k's off from Whyalla, and we're staying tonight at an RV park. I forget the name. I'll pop it up on the screen here, and I'll try to put some footage up of the place. I think there's toilets at the very least, maybe even showers. Anyway, I'll chuck that up here when we get there so you get a feel for what it's like. Anyway, from Moonta Bay to Port Augusta, there's not a whole lot to speak of. If you're into military history, there's a museum in Port Pirie. There's some other historic towns and things like that, but I tell you what, there's a whole lot of nothing, quite reminiscent of the Nullarbor Plain actually. So haven't got a whole lot of stuff to show you there, but next episode, Coffin Bay and the Eyre Peninsula in general. So stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. I hope you've had an awesome Christmas, Boxing Day, and a New Year's by this stage. And we'll see you in the next episode. Rock and roll.
One hand at 12 o'clock on the wheel of the car, the other resting up against the half-open